to Deaf and Dumb. I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome. I
don't know if it's a good thing,
Welcome.
but I was not fazed by the opening, you yelling just now.
Oh, yeah? It wasn't?
I
You've acclimated
don't like it.
after 4 years of doing this show?
I don't like it. I don't like that I've adjusted.
You've become accustomed. You have
Because
built
every time you do it,
a callus.
there's always a level of annoyance I feel. And I didn't feel it this time.
Okay.
And I don't think that's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing.
I don't think it is.
I think we should become a show that does not talk about the fact that it's a show and the things that we do on it.
We've never done that.
That's what I'm saying. We should become that show because we do it all too often. We spend a lot of time on this show talking about how we do this show.
Is that a problem for you?
I mean,
do you not like to inform our listeners?
It's unusual. I will say that. It makes it sound like we have nothing else to talk about.
No, not true at all.
It's not.
We have too many things to talk about, and we choose to talk about this.
That's not true. I don't think that's true either. We do choose to talk about this.
Yes.
We played some games this week.
Yes,
Let me tell you about...
No, don't interrupt me.
Let me tell you, I'm interrupting you. I forgot to talk about a game last week that I played last week.
Oh. Yeah.
A friend of mine got the Switch, the Fit Ring Adventure for the Switch.
Uh-huh.
It's the little exercise game that comes with the ring.
The Fit Ring.
And the thigh accessory.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the thigh accessory.
Yeah, it's got a little thing that straps one of the controllers to your thigh.
Does it recommend the height on your thigh?
It just says thigh. I had trouble with
testicle
the sliding
level.
I mean, it was more or less in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Is it inner? You put it on the inside?
No,
outside?
you have the controller on the outside.
Okay, just checking. I didn't know if they were, rub your boys while you're.
No, that's weird.
You're working out.
Why would you want it to be there?
I'm not. Why wouldn't you?
Why would you want something jostling you while you exercise?
I mean, it's not a jostle. It's a gentle.
Why would you want something chafing while you're exercising?
Those controllers are comfortable. Okay. They don't chafe, Daniel. They're designed to be held against the skin for extended periods of time.
You put one up against your junk and jog in place for an extended period of time and tell me how you feel about it.
Someone's probably already done this.
Probably.
It's probably a thing.
With extra vibrations on or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah?
I enjoy it. It made me think about getting it.
Oh, yeah? You're going to be, you going to get that fit ring and work out every day with your...
It was motivating.
Yeah.
It was like, basically the game
is... It's an RPG, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. You gain, experience and stuff, but, you move, your character's kind of on a rail, sort of.
Yeah.
And you move by jogging in place.
Uh-huh.
And that's how you move forward.
That makes sense.
And the quicker you do it, the faster you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ring, you press on it. You squeeze it and stuff, but you can also
stretch it?
You pull it to launch little wind gust things or push on it as you're running through the little down the lane you hit things, but then you also encounter monsters that you fight, and when you run into a monster, you fight them, and you have to do exercises to do different types of attack against them. So it's okay, you're gonna do this, you raise your arms over your head and squeeze. You gotta do so many squeezes, and you gotta hold it so long to get the strength up to do the attack, and that's how you fight them off.
So you're the Pokemon.
No. Well, yes. Actually, yeah, I described it like that while I was playing it. It feels like, a Pokemon game where you're the Pokemon and the Pokemon's exercising to fight.
Yeah. So you're the exercise Pokemon.
Yes.
In the Pokemon
world. Yeah, but there's also a mechanic where, it's like this weird elemental thing where you can, you're pushing air, and so you can squeeze down and point down, and it blows air, and you can, hover. So you can, jump and stuff.
You hover?
Yeah, it's
so
like
it blows
the ring,
air
the ring,
from the ring.
The ring blows air. And
so it's like a...
so it's like a little
sphincter?
No, it's not like no.
You're carrying.
No,
it blows air.
Why is you make it this weird? It's not weird. But yeah, you're like running along, and then you jump off a ledge, and then you press. You point down, and it's like a reverse tornado, like a vortex.
Sometimes those are. Yes.
Shut up. Just stop talking. And you like jump through the air, and there are platforms, so you can go up to a higher platform to go take different paths. And but yeah, and there are bosses. You're like you're fighting this weird muscle dragon, bro. He's like. You somehow released him, and now you got to go stop him. I don't know.
You released the bro?
Yeah, I called him bro. Because he looks like... And the whole time I was like... It's like a dragon-looking thing, but like a Jack Dragon.
Jack Dragon.
Yeah, Jack Dragon.
Uh-huh.
And, but the whole time I was like, why didn't they just make this... I know Nintendo didn't make it. I think another company made it for it. But... It seems like Nintendo would this would have been a licensing opportunity. Like, had Bowser show up, but he's like Jack.
Buff Bowser.
He's super buff, and he's just like, yeah! And then Mario's like, oh, I gotta get in shape. And Mario's fat. Yeah. and so you play as Mario, trying to get back in shape so you can fight Bowser now.
That'll be a DLC later.
Yeah, seems like a great missed opportunity.
Possibly.
But I did... when I was playing it, I had already been to the gym and worked out, and then gone and played this. So I was already sore.
So this whole story is just for you to be like, I went to the gym.
I did go to the gym.
I went to the gym. Look at me.
It was not terrible.
The way you were talking about it 2 days later sounded like it was terrible.
I was sore. It wasn't terrible. I've hurt myself more like doing VR. Like it wasn't like I played super hot in one go and 1 4-hour stretch.
Yeah.
That bad, but I was a little sore.
So you didn't get as much workout as you did playing a VR game. I don't know if the workout.
It's just I probably injured myself with super hot VR. Let's be honest. Yeah. That was probably just me being pitiful, and I hurt myself.
You didn't have a spotter.
I didn't have a spotter. I needed a spotter. If you had been there to spot me, I would have not hurt myself.
Take some, water breaks. Every 15 minutes or so. You gotta.
I had dehydrated my calves.
You gotta stay hydrated. Get some Gatorade, get some electrolytes.
Get the electrolytes. Anyway, so bear in mind, I had already worked out, so I was already tired, but then I still wanted to keep playing this. So I played it for a bit until I was literally like, I'm getting sore and tired. I can't play this anymore. But I wanted to keep playing.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to, I was about to go into the big boss fight, and I was warned that, it does a lot of those exercises a lot, so it's pretty intense. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this now. Yeah. But I'm tempted to buy it. Yeah. It's fun. I really like it.
It's a little steep on the price, though.
It's $80, but I mean, you get a $60 game, and then you get the accessories. You gotta but the material seems good. Like it seems
durable.
Like durable.
Take a beating.
Looking at it doesn't look like anything, but they have some. They give a lot of tension.
Well, I would hope it does because you gotta.
Well, you also set your strength level. Like you calibrate it for you. So because it. The controls work by you squeezing and pulling on the rings, and how you position them. So it has to calibrate where you're at to know where to make it difficult for you. So if you can squeeze that thing down really hard because you're really strong, then it knows that when you calibrate it for it.
Okay.
So it knows you have to go all the way in, so far in for it to notice. I don't know how the squeezing thing works. I don't know how the controller knows you do that. It knows you're squeezing. I have no idea. Yeah. But it also uses an interesting thing. It uses the infrared camera on it. You put your thumb on it, and it looks at your heart rate. Yeah. It tracks that, which is weird. So between levels, you put your hand on the controller and touch your thumb to it, your heart rate and it sits there and it tracks your heart rate and says your heart rate's up.
So Nintendo's gathering data on you.
Yes.
They're getting some health information about all the people who play this game.
Yeah. I will admit I was worried I was going to find out I had a heart condition from my Switch.
That'd be the place to find out, and probably the only place you would find out.
What does that mean?
It means I'm saying you don't get checked up.
Oh, okay.
When's the last time you went to the doctor?
Not that long ago.
You did have a cholesterol thing.
It wasn't a cholesterol thing.
Whatever.
It was a blood pressure thing.
Blood pressure. You were eating too much fatty food, and
I
it was killing you.
Yes, it was.
As all of us are dying.
But yeah, I wanted to catch that up because it was fun. I really liked it. Like I said, I'm thinking about getting it.
Yeah.
If I just
So you and your friend can be working out.
Yeah, we can work out.
Do some side by side.
Yeah. Apparently, I was the inspiration to buy. She bought. That's the only game she owns. She bought a Switch and the exercise game.
I'm gonna probably go ahead and go on a limb and say there are better games.
No, I mean it's a fun game.
It
was a self-reward with some added motivational things to like. But she was telling me her shoulders were hurting because she played it too much. So she was like, "Yeah, I'm a little messed up. I gotta take it easy." And I'm like, "Oh no." Which is pretty funny.
Yeah. So you're gonna get jacked on the Nintendo Switch game?
No, I mean I had to buy it first.
Yeah,
or
get Dragon Jack.
Yeah,
Dragon.
Jack Dragon. Get Dragon.
That
Jack.
sounds wrong.
Get Dragon Jack.
What do you?
That doesn't sound better.
It sounds terrible no matter how you say it. No, there's nothing good about that. I've been playing Fallen Order a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty much any chance I get.
Yeah. How's that going?
I'm progressing pretty good. I think I don't know how many planets there are.
Yeah.
So far I have 4 or 5. I can't remember now. 1, 2, 4. I'm not sure if there's more, but I'm going to the 4th one. Well, it's the 4th one. It's the first one you start on, I believe, and then you go back to it, right? Like the shipyard.
I don't think you ever go back to that one.
Oh. Okay. Well, you're introduced to the dark whatever it is, and the red planet.
Yeah.
And
Dathomir.
Dathomir.
Yeah.
So that's the one I'm heading to next, but I haven't gotten there. I've been going back to the other planets and getting items I hadn't missed.
When it gave me the choice, it's like we can go to here where our next thing is we need to do, where we need to go, where the waypoint marker is.
Yeah.
Or there's Dathomir. And I'm like, I'm going to go to Dathomir. So I just went to Dathomir.
Yeah. I bet
did that for a bit. It was a little hard.
Yeah, I bet.
And eventually got to a point where it was like, I can't go any further because I do not have the items required to go.
Yeah, the abilities.
Yeah,
there's a lot of abilities that prevent you from progressing in areas. And in fact, I hit that pretty quickly because I was pretty thorough in the first planet.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't do this.
Going, I can't do anything.
I can't get across to this or whatever. And then now I've 100%ed the first planet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've completely explored and got all the items, so I'm like, okay, that's done. Because I would go back to it whenever I would get a new ability, and I would see how far I could get.
Yeah.
And with the most recent one, I was able to cover everything.
Yeah.
So I'm doing another planet, and then once I kind of get it close, then I'll go probably to the final one, or I guess final. I don't know if it's the final one. The next planet.
You bounce around a lot. Yeah, you bounce around a lot.
Yeah, and so... It's good. I like it. It's buggy.
Yeah. It seems like you've been having more trouble with bugs than I have.
It's not that bad. It's only... There's a couple of... I haven't had any major issues until today.
Yeah.
I was playing, and I had a weird thing with the camera not cooperating with my movements.
Yeah.
And doing weird stuff. And one time it did it, and I... kind of went into the menu and then kind of came out and they fixed it.
Yeah.
Well, this time I couldn't. I was in this one area and it just would not cooperate.
Yeah.
It just kind of fighting me the whole time. And in fact, there's a part where you're sliding down a hill and you have to dodge stuff.
Yeah. Ham and I were talking about that's the part we hate the most.
The sliding
we dislike the most. I mean, it's fine.
It's fine, but it doesn't really serve any.
It's
not like
there's a
challenging.
couple of big parts where it's like, oh, you have a big one, but for the most part, it's just like, okay.
The ones where you have to do some jumps and time it right, those aren't bad.
Yeah.
But some of them are just, get from point A to point B.
Yeah, it's just literally like a shortcut that you can't go back up.
Yeah, and I was doing one of those, but it was because the camera was fighting me. I couldn't control my dude right.
Yeah.
So I kept trying to push, and then he wouldn't, and then he would go off the edge. So I spent like 10, 15 minutes repeating the same section over and over and over until I finally got able to get through it.
Yeah.
And then it's just that whole area, I guess there's something wrong with it where it's just the camera just does weird.
I didn't have any trouble with that area.
So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
And so I I'm not sure what the deal with that is, but I tried shutting it off and turning it back on, and then it worked for a little bit, but it still gets a little wonky. But yeah, I'm liking the game. The game is fun.
Yeah.
Most of it, it's kind of a little bit of a challenge. There's only most of the big things aren't too bad. Like I might die once or twice, but then I usually figure them out pretty quick. But the thing there's these battalion guys with the tool wheel.
Oh yeah.
Those are the things that mess me up the most, and they're not supposed to be that difficult. Most time it's like, oh, there's an edge. I'll just shove them off.
That's pretty satisfying. That's pretty like the force push.
The force push, like just off the edge.
Yeah, pretty satisfying.
Pretty satisfying, especially if you get a group. When you get to the point where you can do a whole group, and you come up and there's 3 guys and just all of them go off the edge.
That's pretty satisfying.
It feels pretty good.
Yeah,
I just murdered those 3 guys.
Yeah, I just murdered
with
3 people just by just a little bit of force. It seems fine. I'm sure it's fine.
There's a lot of murder happening.
There's no Jedi Council to judge you.
Yeah, nothing. They're all murdering your people. You can murder all their people.
Yeah, sure.
It's good though.
I jumped back into Disco Elysium today, and I put a bunch of hours in. Yeah, I'm at like almost 20 hours in the game, and I really started I was already making some pretty good headway, but I've really progressed.
You're focused.
I'm focused. I'm sober.
You weren't sober before?
I was coming down. And
or coming up.
Whatever. I'm not sure which way.
Depends on which direction you went.
Yeah.
If you were on some uppers or downers.
I was on a lot of things apparently. But my guy is sober. I have finally after 5 days I've gotten the body out of the tree.
5 days? Took 5 days to get the body out
of the tree?
Could you have done it earlier?
I could have.
Yeah.
I probably could have done it a little bit earlier. In fact, the way that stuff went, it was like, this would have been interesting to know earlier. And, but because I had done a bunch of other stuff, the things I would have normally had to there's more than one way to do it. Okay. And the way I had to do it, I had to go basically get help. And the people I went to get help from, I'd already done a bunch of stuff for. Yeah. Or at least they think I did. I might have lied to them. And they're not good people. Let me put that out there. I'm not a bad person. I'm just screwing over the people who are bad people. Okay. So I just went in there and they're like, yeah, sure, we'll take care of that. I'm like, okay. And then I got it down. And then I learned a whole much more. Mm-hmm. There's this awkward thing. I don't know if I should tell you about it. Are you planning on playing it?
I want to play this game, so I don't know if I want to know too much.
I guess I won't tell you, but there's some. You have a guy with you who's from another precinct. I talked about that, and
you told me
I was basically waiting for the end of the day so he would go to bed so that I could go do something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel really bad about this. I feel not bad. I feel awkward because I was literally consciously I was putting stuff off that needed to be done because I wanted to do something else first that would affect things, and so I was like, I gotta wait till it's after it's late. So he'll go to bed, and then I'll run over here and do this, and then we can take care of the other stuff. So it's going well. Yeah, it's going really well. I feel like I've almost cracked the case. I know almost. It's got a lot of twists and turns. There's some misdirection. There's some people lying to you. I've smoked out all the truth, all the truths. It's good. It's a good game. Yeah. But I keep getting nods that there may be some other things. There's these other areas that I know are there, but I haven't figured out how to get into yet. So I'm just like, there's more. And then as you play, you're learning more and more about the world that this game exists in, and it's weird. Mm-hmm. It's really weird. In my mind, at first I thought, this is like a alternate history Earth type thing. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's, hundreds of years in the future Earth or something like that. But it's not. it's not that. It's just this weird place that has some similarities to Earth. And so, yeah, at least the more I learn about it, the more I'm like, this is not the place. This is not the kind of place I thought I was.
This is not my beautiful house.
Yeah, but I like it. It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I really want to play another game where I just do crazy things.
Yeah, and see what happens.
See, just to see how it affects things.
I want to play
a different build, because I know there's stuff I've failed at that I would like to see what would happen if I succeeded at.
Yeah.
And also just say crazy things.
Yeah. I will, maybe after I finish Fallen Order, maybe I'll try to play it next. Yeah. But I do want to play it. I'm going to go ahead and jump to a little bit of news because it has involved Disco Elysium.
Oh, yeah?
Disco Elysium is getting a hardcore mode.
Yeah, it's already out, I think.
Yeah, it's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it, makes it
harder. Apparently, you just fail more.
Yeah.
You rely more on your clothing, which I do that now. Because all the different clothing you find, which you just take from places for the most part, have they boost certain ability, certain skills or whatever you want to call them.
Set items.
Traits. And each one will affect different traits, some negatively and some positive. So I'm like, oh, I know this will need this type of check, or I've seen this check before and I've come back to it, so I'll change my clothes to get me the perks.
Yeah.
But also, drugs, using drugs will change your stats. And I've been trying, like I said, I've been playing pretty straight. I'm trying to sober them up.
You're trying to get your life together.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll do that in the game. I think I will just be like, this guy is just nothing.
He is a trash person.
He's a trash man. He's a trash man, and I will treat him as such.
There are plenty of opportunities to play it that way, and I really want to do it. But I kind of set down this path, so I think I'm gonna keep up with it and see how it goes.
You're going the path of redemption.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn my life around. And
yeah, going well.
It's going well.
No,
it's going really well.
Except for the sneaking out
when I got
night.
the remember I told you about the internalizing mechanic?
Yeah.
Where you learn these things and then you can take them and internalize them. You have slots for them.
Yeah.
And it takes so much time to finish processing them, and then you get trait boosts based on them.
Yeah.
Well, the sobriety one I got just gave me a bunch of negatives.
Oh, so sobriety's not good.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, facing reality sucks.
Yeah.
That's basically it. And I'm like, oh. So I spent a skill point to get rid of it. I got it, so I'm sober.
Well,
in my mind, I got it, I'm sober. Now I don't have to think about that anymore.
Yeah.
Let's just get rid of it so I don't have the negatives. And then I'll put something else in that slot. But
apparently, it's harder, more difficult with the hardcore mode. And then also you gain more experience.
Oh, okay.
So you actually progress faster when you're successful.
Okay.
And then also I had ultra wide screen support.
Yeah, I kept saying ultra wide. Try ultra wide. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's for ultra wide monitors.
Monitors, yeah.
Like,
which is an odd thing to, I guess.
I guess because it didn't have it, and people were grumbling for
guess so.
the people who have ultra wide monitors.
I don't know. I guess that's more common than I'm aware.
I
I haven't bought a monitor in 10 years. So.
Oh, well, I have that one. That one's really nice.
I'm probably gonna have to, but the ones I have are fine.
Yeah.
They're trucking along. I don't have money for that. We went to Cartwrights.
Yes, we did.
I had a little game night with them. I wrote down one name of the game that is not actually the name of the game.
Do you know what the name of the game is?
Zoo something.
Zoo something. What did you write down?
I wrote Zootopia.
That is not it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Zootopia
that is a movie.
is a movie.
Yes.
And it's a good movie.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's about racism.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it's about racism between species of animals.
Species.
That's basically species.
It's about prejudice.
So it's basically racism.
Okay.
It's a movie about racism.
It's a movie about prejudice.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, the game was actually called
Zooloretto. Yeah.
Which we played before, but it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
I don't know if we've ever talked about it on this show.
I don't know if we ever did either. But it's basically everyone has their own zoo.
Yes.
They have
you have your own board in front of you that represents your zoo.
Yeah,
It's got a barn and 3 pens.
Yes.
And the whole thing is there are trucks being loaded up with animals
and
of different
other
varieties
things and
kiosk and
so we're all
coins.
taking turns drawing from a bag of tokens and then loading up these little wooden planks that are trucks. That represent trucks. And each one has 3 slots on it. And so the action is you draw a thing and put it on there, or spend coins that you get to do things, or take one of the trucks and add those animals to your pin. But you can only have one animal type in each pin.
Yeah.
And basically, you score points for filling up the pins. And
it's fairly simple mechanic, but it can get pretty complicated because there's like 5 or 6 different animals.
Yeah.
And
there's more than that. I think there was like 8.
8.
At least
I think
8
there is
ones.
8. Now I'm looking at the babies that were on the table. There were 8 of them.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of animals, and you only have 3 pins, and you can only put the same animal in those 3 pins.
Yeah.
Each pin. You
can
get
add
a 4th
one. Yeah, you get a 4th one. You can
so really, you only have 4 of the 8.
Yes.
And then everyone else is also trying to get the same thing sometimes.
So you try to load up the truck with the things you want, but they may be things that other people want, so they may take your truck, which people kept doing to me. It was fun. It's a fun little game. It can be a mean game where people can kind of mess you up. I did not do well. I ended up 3rd place.
I won.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I don't remember that.
I won. I
don't believe it.
I think Trey had 19 points. I had 23. Yeah. So I was surprised I won because I was like, man, I'm doing terrible.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just sheer luck that I got a couple of things right at the end that just filled out
like
some of my...
a few points behind y'all. So I was not that far behind.
Yeah. I mean, you were, It
was like y'all were 20.
I was 23. I thought Trey had 19.
No, I had 19.
You had
Trey
19. Someone
had 21
19.
or something.
Yeah, it was close.
It was very close.
And then Jess and Brandy were tied for last.
Yes.
I don't remember how many points.
I don't know.
But it was good. It was fun.
Good. It was fun.
Like I said, I was surprised I won because I was thinking I'm not doing great.
Yeah.
I had and then just some things fell into place right there at the end, and it worked out that I actually got a lot of points.
Yeah.
Because I filled 2 or 3 of my pins.
Yeah.
And so I actually made a fair amount of points because of it.
Yeah. I think I would have won if I had filled one of my pins.
That's what. Yeah.
I did not
that's
fill
how you
any
win.
of them.
You played.
I did not fill any of them, but or maybe I'd filled one. But if I had filled like one more, I probably would have won.
Yeah.
I just could not get the things I needed.
Yeah.
We also played Power Grid.
Power Grid, which we haven't played in a long time.
And I understand why.
It's a long game.
It's a long game. It's a heavy math game.
A heavy math game, which I enjoy. I really like that kind of game.
I enjoy it.
It's a budgeting game.
Yeah, when it's early in the day, and I haven't been drinking, then I can enjoy it more. But it was late.
Yeah.
And I was sleepy.
and
so I was like, I just want to... I got to the point where it's like, I'm not going to win. I just want this game to be over so I can go home.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I like that game, but I see why we don't play it very much.
Well, it takes a long time.
It takes a while.
I mean, we spent 3 hours.
It says what? What did it say on the box?
2 hours.
2 hours.
I think if everyone knew how to play and had played a lot, Mike could do a game in 2 hours, and everyone just focus on it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, that's like with minimum players.
I can't imagine. But those times are always an average. And then also they're probably based on playtesters who have played it a lot. So they're really powering through it.
This is assuming you're not having to teach people how to play and not,
Yeah. I don't think any of them's ever accurate for us.
No.
Because we talk a lot and we
do.
We do a lot of stuff like it. But it was good. It came down real close.
Yes.
Me and Trey tied.
Yeah. You tied in the number of cities you were powering.
We both powered 15 cities, and therefore,
whoever had the most
money won, and Trey won.
Yeah.
We tried, but Trey won.
Yeah. It feels like a game that it's hard. If you fall behind, it's really hard to catch up.
Well, here's the thing. And I forgot about it until we were several rounds in. I forgo my memory.
Okay. There you go.
I didn't remember that choosing your starting place is very important.
Yes.
Because when you pick your first, city, that determines where you branch out from.
Yeah.
And if you pick one that's very expensive to expand, you're not going to expand very quickly.
Yeah.
And it hurt Jess a lot.
Yeah.
Because she picked a spot that wasn't a very good starting point.
She didn't have a lot of competition.
No,
because she was all the way on this side of the board, but it was also very
expensive to progress.
And it took her a couple of rounds to kind of get her hit around the rules she'd never played before.
And then she got to where she just didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
She didn't care for it. But mostly, I think, just because she doesn't really enjoy games that are real long.
Yeah.
Unless it's Clank.
Yeah.
But she kind of gets, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
But
it's one of those games that requires like a lot of planning.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically every round you're like, I have this much money. Okay, and you start at what you're going to do at the end of the turn, which is buying cities, and then you figure out how much do I need to save for that, how much do I need to save for buy resources for power play. Now how much money do I have to spend on the auction, which is the first thing you do.
Yeah.
So it requires a lot of planning that.
It required a lot of forethought.
Yeah,
and
a lot of
also budgeting, and then balancing what's like, okay, I could buy this many cities, but I would only be able to power this many.
Yeah.
And then some of it's kind of building for the future round, but also not putting too much into something you can't ever catch up to.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I enjoyed it. I'd like to play another game that's kind of along the same lines, except it doesn't have the board.
Yeah.
That Trey has, and we played it before, called Outpost.
Yes.
Very similar mechanics.
Yeah.
And the budgeting resources element of it, and I really enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
But I don't think
very rarely find myself in the just wanting to play those games. I like them and I don't mind them. But
I like them.
There's always other things I'd rather play.
Yeah, it's a time thing, and then also I like them mostly because I'm pretty good at them.
Yeah.
And that's maybe just why I like.
I do really well at them.
I do. Yeah.
As well, but. I just don't want to do that much math all the time.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time this week. I was sick. I was still recovering from last weekend, being sick at PAX. So I ended up 2 days I spent just at home in bed, just watching YouTube. And so I watched all of the Penny Arcade guys partnered up with White Wolf, and they did a stream of a Vampire the Masquerade game.
Yes.
Their role-playing game from White Wolf. And so they called Seattle by Night.
Yes.
So I spent all week, all I've done every evening is watch it.
Yeah.
And so I finished it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There was 8 episodes, 2 hours each. So
So you spent a part-time job watching this show this week.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah. Not a part. Yeah. 16 hours.
16 hours is a part-time job.
But I did most of that the 2 days I was sick, and I was just at home and staying in bed.
So did you finish the whole thing? Are they done, or are they putting out more?
I guess, I don't know. I hope they do another season of it. But as far as this run of it, they're done. I haven't heard if they're doing another one. I assume they will.
Yeah.
If it's popular now.
Maybe.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoy watching, Michael Hurd and Jerry Hawkins from Penny Arcade are funny people.
Yeah.
So I like watching. That's why I like watching
Acquisitions. Yeah, I only ever watch one of theirs, and that's the live show, and we see it at PAX every year. Yeah. So I see one a year, and it's entertaining, and I have no idea what else is going on with those stores.
Yeah, with the Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yeah, Acquisitions,
And that stuff. And, it's the same thing. It's just a different role-playing game and a different tone because those games
vampires.
The vampires, and it's not a... D&D can be heavily focused on, combat and those kind of situations, while this game is not less so.
Yeah.
You can do that, but it's more of a storytelling and more about personal interactions and moral decisions and stuff, and it's pretty. And we never have really played.
I know we make characters.
We made
for one,
characters.
But
once.
I don't know. We may have did. If we did, we played one session.
I don't know if we ever played it.
but I don't remember.
I know we made, at some point, we're looking at them, and we made characters for it, and a friend of ours was going to run it, but I don't know if we ever actually played.
I think we did, because I have vague memories, not of the story or anything, but some of the mechanics of it. Because you were describing it, I was like, yeah, that sounds really familiar to me.
Everything's D10s.
Yeah.
And they have specialty dice where they're, you basically... successes and fails, and then you have a critical that looks like a success, but it only works if you have multiple of them, and then they double.
Yeah.
Which is a cool feature. But in the vampire setting, and it's different depending on which setting. They have a bunch of different ones. They got a werewolf one, they got a mage one, they got ghosts and stuff. There's all the different ones.
Yeah.
But I imagine they work off a similar idea, just different theme. But with the vampire ones, it's as you do things that cause you to use power or stress yourself or whatever, you roll a hunger dice, and if you fail a hunger, you get a hunger point. And every hunger point you do is every time you do a skill roll, you swap out one of your normal black dice with a hunger dice, which has a chance of giving you some critical failure stuff. And as you get more of them, you're more likely to have failures. You're also more likely to generate more hunger, and thus you start getting to where you use frenzy and bad stuff happen.
I remember the hunger part. That's the part I remember most. Is like I remember having the special dice, but I don't remember. I don't have a strong memory of the stories that we did.
I don't know either.
So I don't know. It's one of those weird like.
Yeah, but it's a cool game because it's all about like just managing your hunger. And
as vampires do.
As vampires do. But
humans
also,
don't do that.
You have to make moral decisions because you have to feed on people to cure your hunger. And then, like, there's this cool, and I don't know if this is a thing in the new version or if it's always been a thing. You can't get rid of your hunger completely. You can only get just eating normally, like normal, just drinking blood or whatever from a blood bank or whatever. It will only get you down to one hunger.
Yeah.
To get completely to zero, you have to kill the person you're eating.
Ooh.
And so you have to like
make that moral choice. Now, going off our typical group play, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a moral issue.
Not necessarily. It depends on the kind of character.
I don't think our murder squad has this kind of name.
I don't think when we originally played it, or at least maybe tried it out, we were not in the same right mindset. To play that game.
Have we become more mature?
In some ways, yes.
But
we were also used to D&D, which, like I said, is very much had a lot of focus on combat. And
combat's
stuff like
important.
That. And which is part of the reason we enjoyed it, because we like just like
fighting
system.
and strategy and all that stuff. Murder Squad.
Yes.
Just roaming pack of people murdering everything in our path.
But so if you're interested and you want to see a little bit about how that is, go check it out. It's called Seattle by Night.
Half of Deaf and Dumb supports.
Yeah. I
haven't watched it, so I can't say nothing.
You would like it. I think you would enjoy it.
I don't have 16 hours.
You could just watch it a little bit, every once in a while.
I think
just an
at
episode
best I could do maybe an hour at a time.
YouTube will remember where you were left off.
I'm not that good at that.
And they take break at an hour point anyway.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, the hour point, they always take a break anyway, so there's like a break in it.
Commercial break?
I guess. They just, so they can go pee, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think
that's
mostly
important.
it. But it's fun, and the people are fun, and I really enjoyed it. I was kind of sad I was done with it. I'm like, I really want them to do more. They kind of left it in a place where they could do more. But, so
apparently the Cartwrights have played one of the White Wolf.
They played Mage.
They
used to play Mage with one of their
Is it White Wolf or White?
White Wolf, yeah.
White Wolf, yeah. One of their
World
games.
of Darkness is what the setting is called.
Yeah. And they played, apparently they played Mage. They played it and used a similar, or the same system. So.
Yeah, it's a similar system, same kind of concept, except you play mages.
Yeah.
And there's different
flavors.
Yeah. But and mostly I've just been, every time we go to PAX and we watch the live D&D game, it always gets me, excited to play some more.
Teases you for the RP.
Yeah, you're using weird words.
What's wrong? That's true.
Did you say edging first? Because I think that's what you said.
That might have been what I said. I don't remember.
That's weird.
I jumped through progressions.
You use this word. I don't think you know what it means.
I know what it means.
Don't
you
touch
feel
me, No.
Motivated?
Yes.
No, that's not the right word.
It's not. But we're not talking. We're not trying to spend any more time on this.
Okay.
What I want to talk about is like I've been jonesing to play.
Aroused.
That's not the right word. I've been in the mood.
I don't think you're doing any better.
Better than what you're doing.
I don't think so. I think you're saying the same thing I'm saying.
I've been wanting to play a role-playing game, and mostly I want to play. I know like we could probably get one going, but I would have to run it.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest. Our biggest issue has always been our issue. We need a DM that's committed and
I usually I am.
Well, yeah, but the problem is all of us are players too, so all of us want to play, but then you know, it's someone has to commit to the DM.
It seems like for the last for a while, half the time I'm the one DM.
Well, it's either you or Robert.
Me or Rob or something. Ham sometimes. But yeah.
I don't have the. Before I had a kid, I didn't have the fortitude to focus on making a game. Yeah. There's no way I'd have time now.
But I think it would be fun to. I don't know. I was thinking maybe we should run some. I should run a game for you and maybe Jess. And,
yeah, maybe.
And maybe the Cartwrights or somebody, at least one or two other players.
Yeah.
But pick something that we might all enjoy, but not something that necessarily complicated, but something that would be easy to play.
Jess is interested, or at least she's expressed interest in playing D&D or something like that.
And I think like D&Ds can be fun, but sometimes like all the different dice and all the different rules and mechanics can get a little overwhelming.
Start with a simpler system.
Like I don't know. I think something like White Wolf or something where literally it's always the same dice. It's super easy because basically you have points and different stuff, and you basically pick like two things every time you do a skill bonus. You say use this, and then that's your pool, and you roll that many dice, and then you roll them, and you can tell if you got yes or no's, and based on the difficulty. And so I was like, maybe I should look into it, but I don't know. I'm just wanting to play something and maybe run a
I'd
game.
like to. And we may need to try to do like an online thing with Ham and Rob and.
I know we have the Star Wars game, which we talked about playing, and I have a concept for another character I want to play in that.
I don't have a concept. Yeah, I haven't thought about it.
Yeah, I don't even remember what your character was last time.
I was a Wookiee.
You were a Wookiee. What kind of Wookiee?
I don't remember.
You don't even know.
I don't remember.
You were just a Wookiee.
I was a Wookiee. He was a brawler fighter Wookiee.
Very stereotypical.
Yeah. And no one else.
You should have been.
No one else could understand me except for the group.
Yeah.
So, which was pretty funny.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
You should have been a doctor.
A Dr. Wookiee.
Dr. Wookiee.
Dr. Wookiee. But he only understands Wookiee anatomy though. So he's just
wasn't there a part where we were on like a shuttle? Isn't that where we met?
Yeah.
It should have been like someone having a heart attack. Is there a doctor on this flight?
Someone get this Wookiee out of here.
He's trying to save him.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good.
That would have been pretty good. But yeah, I'm itching. I'm itching for some role playing.
You feel teased?
That is not the same thing. Teased is like when someone is saying, trying to entice me.
You're enticed. You've been watching 16 hours of footage that has awakened something in you, and you now must release it.
You need to stop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I did think, the name of one of the Star Wars books is Star Wars, like Galaxy's Edge.
Edge of Galaxy.
No, that's the name of the park.
The park
Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's
Edging.
Galaxy's Edging. Oh, gross. Last thing I want to talk about is I was going to jump in Destiny 2 today.
Yes.
Trey mentioned recently that he was getting back into it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm running down. I have PlayStation Plus. I have the game. We'll play. He texted me yesterday. It was or the other day he was playing. I wasn't able to get on, but then today I was like, oh, he's on. I'll play. So I got my copy and I put the disc in, and then I was like, I'm probably gonna have to update. It shouldn't take long. I have good internet. And as soon as it updated, 69 gigs.
Nice.
Nice. 69
Nice.
gigs.
Yeah.
It's a whole game's worth of updates.
It's like, oh, this is really old. We need to update this. We're just going to throw the whole thing out and start over.
Essentially, that's I think what happened. It's basically not, I mean, nothing's coming from the disc anymore. Right? There's no way anything is being pulled from that disc.
Yeah.
Other than, yep, you own it.
Well, the games just install off the disc anyway. The disc is just to say or to prove that you own it.
You own it. But, so Destiny 2, I was about to jump in, and it was like 3 hours on my internet. And I was like, well, back to Fallen Order. And then I let it run, and I think it took like 4 hours. And then it's finally update. I still haven't played it with them.
I'm glad I didn't try, because I don't have PlayStation Plus right now. So.
Yeah, you have to do that. But the problem is, we'll probably play it, and then he'll be like, oh, if you get the DLC, we can play more. And I'll be like, oh, man, I know I'm buying more, and I'm spending money. And
Speaking of not spending money, segue.
You just brought attention to it.
Yes. Next week, the Epic Store launcher's free game coming out January 30th is Farm Simulator 2019.
I'm very excited.
Are you aroused?
Oh, I'm aroused. I cannot wait. In fact, I've already talked to Trey about it. I'm like, we need to get you set up, because he doesn't have a PC,
a desktop or a computer or something, a laptop or something to play it on.
So I was like, we got to get you set up with something. So you need to get the account and go ahead and grab it. So we'll figure out something for you to play on. So we can play Farm Simulator 19.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah,
we can farm sim it up. I've never played it. I've only watched y'all play it.
Yeah, you've only been a voyeur.
I've only been a farm sim voyeur.
Yeah.
I like to watch.
Yeah,
I like to watch y'all mow
and float on logs.
And
I'm wondering if it's the same physics engine. And I'm hoping.
I don't know. I mean, they put one out.
I'm hoping
year.
I can still fly on a log.
Most of what I watched was you two tipping over heavy equipment and not able to get it back up.
To get it back up. That's half the game. That's real farming, Daniel.
Y'all have trouble getting it up?
Not always. But when it comes to farming, yes. It just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Apparently. We can knock them over real easily, though. Okay. Definitely going to grab that.
Yeah.
So in a week or so, we'll be playing some of that.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
And we'll have to see if we can get Trey in on it, because he's a fellow farm simulator
enthusiast.
Yeah. It'll be good. Anything else you want to talk about before we spend a few minutes talking about news?
I read the rules for Fire Tower, but we haven't played it yet.
Yeah, we got to play that one.
Yeah,
we also need to do another Legacy game. We haven't done one in a while.
Yeah, we need to get back on that Clank Legacy.
Jess mentioned it today, and I was like, well, so we could play today. And then she's like, not today.
Yeah. I was playing Disco Elysium, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was playing Fallen Order. So we were all had things to do.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got today. I already covered the Disco Elysium. Kingdom Hearts is apparently getting a mobile game from Square Enix in the spring of 2020. No other details other than they've announced it.
Okay.
And I don't even think they've had a title for it yet. But it's kind of weird. It says they don't call it a game; they call it an experience. So it could just be some bullshit.
That's what it sounds. I only know one person who plays those games.
Yeah, our cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, our cousins play
Cusley.
Cusley and Cuzzerin.
Oh, really?
They both play it together.
Yeah, they're big fans, but I've never
played them. I hear they're good, but at least I say that. The only person I've ever heard talk about it is Cusley, and she's a fan. So
yeah,
I don't have a good demographic on this. Speaking of role-playing game, Dishonored is getting a role-playing game.
Really?
Yeah. Coming this summer from Modifus Entertainment.
I think they're the people who put out the books who published the book for the Masquerade stuff.
Oh, really?
I think they're one of the people.
Oh, they're apparently also behind the Star Trek Adventures, Conan, Elder Scrolls RPG, the Homeworld, and Fallout RPGs.
Yeah, it seemed like when I was looking at the books to purchase them.
Yeah, they had
they were on that website.
I don't know. Could just be on the same store.
Maybe.
So there's that. Valve says Half-Life Alyx will not get delayed.
Yeah, they've been adamant that they're not going to do it.
Yeah, they had a MA, Ask Me Anything on Reddit recently.
Yeah.
And apparently they actually been talking about the game a lot, and it's pretty interesting stuff to go check out. Apparently the game is finished.
Yeah.
They're only tweaking like the last final scene.
Okay.
So that's why they're confident it will be out in March?
It's supposed to be in March.
Yeah.
So I need them to put out
more index.
I need more index controllers to be available so I can purchase one.
Sure, they'll have some when it comes. Hopefully,
it needs to get out already because it's making me nervous that I'm not gonna have it.
Yeah,
because I want to buy it so I can get a copy of the game. What?
We go over to Gary's. We beat him up.
Steal his stuff.
We steal his stuff.
Okay,
and then
let's do that.
We have it.
I don't think he listens to the show anymore.
No,
regularly.
Not anymore. He won't see it coming.
He won't see it coming.
Not at all.
We're coming for you, Gary.
Yeah, we're going to take your index.
I think we just.
It'd be really bad if someone broke into his house like tonight.
Stole his index, and then we're like, well, we have the evidence saying y'all were going to do this. And we're like, it wasn't us!
It
was the one-armed man. That's why he only took one controller.
Yes. How do you know he only took one controller? Damn it! Yeah. So, that's pretty good. The game sounds good. Though apparently you won't be getting grabbed by barnacles in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently it
was too disorienting?
With some of the testing with it didn't go well.
People threw up too much?
Probably.
I imagine it'd be, because it's terrifying in the normal game.
Yeah.
Like, I rarely ever walked into them, but when you did, you're like, oh, crap. But I can't imagine what that would be like in VR mode. That would just be terrifying.
It would be, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I kind of wish they would just man up and do it.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe later.
Maybe.
The next Alyx 2.
Yeah, but there won't be an Alyx 3.
There won't be a Half-Life Alyx 3 because we can't do it.
They can't do it.
FTL is getting achievements.
Okay.
It's only been out for since 2012.
That's what the game's been around for a while.
Achievements on Steam.
Yeah.
They've listed them, but I don't think you can get them yet. But so something if you want to go back and play FTL. I spent a lot of time on FTL. Yeah. I might go back. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Those achievements are need achieving.
Yeah.
Speaking of VR, a guy, and I had his name, but I forgot to write it down. He's a magician, and he does like game stuff now. But he recreated his entire apartment in VR, down to 2mm accuracy.
Oh wow.
And so he can literally walk around with the Oculus Quest, which is self-contained, I believe.
Yeah.
He could walk around his apartment and interact, sit down, do anything. Sitting down, and it sit down. I keep saying sit down because he does that a couple times.
Yeah.
So like the chair's there, he can sit down and sit in.
Assuming they're still synced up.
What? Huh?
Assuming it's still synced up.
What do you mean synced up?
Like if you move the chair, but you hold the game.
Yeah.
And the game has the chair still over there. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not useful.
Well, there's a video of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And he said it's really wild because normally there's a level of disconnect between the VR and because you bump a chair that's not in the VR and it kind of takes you out of it. Whereas this one is like, there's a chair. I go and sit down in it. Yeah. You sit down in it and it works.
It just built in some false confidence.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird. So he had like his piano and it was. He could hit the keys on it. He had a TV, and he could sit on his couch, and he could hold it out and play stuff on his TV. Mm-hmm. And he had a little chair. He went down, and it had a button on it. He pressed it, and it pulled up an internet browser, and he could just get on the internet in that chair and stuff.
He does know that he can just live in his apartment, right, and just do those things.
Yeah, but you don't have to have a TV, a computer, or any of that stuff to do it. You just have the Oculus VR. But it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of people are like, if they can get it to where they could like scan your apartment kind of, or stay in the room you're playing in and augmented reality, VR integration stuff would be pretty cool.
It would be cool.
Be interesting. But it's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Pretty interesting concept. Mm-hmm. There's a new game that's in beta right now on Steam that is essentially Pokemon MMO.
Oh, really?
It's called Tin Tim.
I saw it on there on the Steam store, but I didn't really look at. I remember people talking about it, but I didn't ever really see what it was.
I mean, they even literally said Pokemon-like in their description stuff. But it is essentially Pokemon, an MMO Pokemon game. The big difference is you fight two monsters.
Oh, okay.
They're not Pokemons. They're monsters at the same time, and it's kind of interesting because I'm kind of intrigued by it because maybe it kind of breaks the just the mold that Pokemon's kind of stuck in.
Yeah.
Like this is an MMO, so we kind of have online and other players wander around in the same world and stuff. So you.
Is it weird that when people say MMO, I kind of just stop it? I'm not interested.
This one seems MMO light.
Yeah.
Like, it's mostly just, like, all the video stuff, I was like, how? This doesn't look like an MMO. It looks like Pokemon.
I saw an ad the other day for a game that Amazon's putting out. And I was like, this looks pretty interesting. I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. But I was like, I'm intrigued. And I looked it up. Or, like, at the end of the ad, or I looked it up or something. It was, like, a massively multiplayer game. And I'm like, you lost me. And I just, kind of lost interest. I'm like,
my problem with MMOs is that they're very... They really connect with the multiplayer aspect of it, and I don't have a lot of people that our time sync up well to play MMOs.
Yeah.
So it's just too much work for me to do it.
Or just multiplayer games in general.
And it's just easier for me to just play. If I play a multiplayer game, I'm usually solo playing it, and just because I don't have to socialize or sync up with other people.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to deal with other people.
The last thing I had was Paradox Interactive.
Yes.
You familiar with them?
Yes, I am.
They did Crusader Kings.
Yes, they did.
They have a third one coming out.
Yes.
They're apparently trying out subscription for their games.
Okay.
Particularly one game right now, and that's I don't think it's available yet, but it will potentially be soon. The Europa.
Okay. Yeah.
Universalis.
Yeah.
I guess it's 4.
Yeah.
It's the game. It's on. Well, apparently. And wasn't aware of this, has a shit ton of DLCs.
Yeah.
Like, if you buy the
game... All their games have, like, tons of DLCs. Crusader Kings is just, like, a list of DLCs.
If you buy the full bundle, it's, like, $200.
Yeah.
And they're all, like, $10 a piece kind of thing. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. They're usually, like, $5-10 each.
Yeah.
There's a whole
so
bunch
apparently they're going to try a subscription thing where you pay a monthly thing and you just get access to all of them. So because
that's the only thing. And the idea is that you buy, like, if you're interested in these types of things, you buy these pieces.
Yeah, and I get it. Yeah. But if you're a completionist and you want all of it, it's kind of difficult. It hurts your wallet. And then it kind of, I think they're also trying to combat, people, the people who are already playing it know that, I just get the pieces I want. But if you're new and you see this massive list, you're like, I'm not going to buy all that. It kind of turns you off of it. So
I don't want all of it. I think I'd be overwhelmed if I had all of it.
Yeah, I don't think.
Because I think I just want to be like, I just want to start with the basic and then add a piece at a time. Yeah. But I don't know. As someone who owns Crusader Kings and has never bought any of the DLCs, I guess I'm lying.
I don't know. The question is, are they gonna spread that out from just the one game? Crusader Kings in the future will be a subscription game where you can get all the stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
we'll see. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm also excited. I was talking about the Vampire Masquerade game.
Yeah.
It reminded me that Bloodlines 2 is coming out sometime this year.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about that one.
Got me kind of like, I'm really looking forward to that. I hope it's really good.
Masquerade.
Yes.
It can't be worse than the original.
The original one, while had a lot of great stuff, was a little janky.
Oh, yeah. Very.
But I did enjoy it.
Yes.
So if it's just new... Oh, we didn't talk about... They're doing... Apparently, the rumor's going around that they're doing either a remake or a pseudo-reboot sequel to Knights of the Old Republic. Star Wars.
Yeah, there's a rumor, yeah.
I hope
we don't cover rumor very much on here, but
I hope it's true.
I hope it's true, too.
I hope so, too. Because I would love to see, update it, canonize it, and, bring in some stuff. And let's see what... I would like...
Well, there's also rumors that there may be the movies that one of the trilogies they're working on is going to be set in that time frame.
Yeah.
the Old Republic time frame.
Yeah.
So
because it's popular.
It's popular,
Yeah.
and so we'll see.
We'll see.
I hope they do a new game.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
I would
a remake or a new
Yeah.
one would be.
Yeah.
I'd be fine.
I tried to go back and play the old one, and it's hard to play.
Yeah.
The mechanics are kind of weird.
Yeah.
All the interactions are kind of awkward. It seemed great at the time, but now I'm like, compared to modern games, it's a little hard to play.
Yeah. Well, with the popularity of Fallen Order, I wouldn't be surprised there's more games in the works. For sure.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No, that was it.
All right. Well, sorry, no video this week. We're still having camera problems. Well, hopefully we'll get something sorted out as soon as possible. I know some of y'all like seeing our pretty faces.
Yeah.
But in the
I didn't
meantime,
even get dressed for this episode.
Yeah. Put some pants on, please.
No.
So yeah, please go to our website at deafandumb.com. That's DEAFNDUMB.com. And like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And we'll just keep on trucking on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I am Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.